asked her, how much is that gonna be? And she said a whopping $280. And I was like, pardon me? Hello world, what's up you guys? Thank you so much for clicking on my video. Today I'm going to talk about, it's just going to be a little story time, a little chit chat. So I'm going to tell you how I struggled and how I almost ended up without a wedding dress at my traditional wedding. So let's get right into it. Okay, so a little background information. My traditional wedding was supposed to be in December 2020. However, the pandemic hit, so we had to postpone it. In September, we announced to everybody that it would be in December 2021. So I'm a last minute kind of person, okay? In university, I would write my 15 pages, 10 pages essays. Yeah, around the time, when it's crunch time. So I'm used to it. I'm used to the adrenaline. I don't necessarily love it, but this is how I live. This is what I do. My traditional wedding was no different. So we went to my local mall with my hubby. Because we had seen an African shop there, so we checked it out. She didn't have anything interesting at the moment that we went there. They didn't have pre-made, outfits for families or for couples or for weddings. So I asked the girl on November 29th. It's crunch time for me, I know. It's a very last minute, but I need a matching outfit for my hubby and I for December 17th. So my traditional wedding was on December 18th, but I said December 17th just to make sure. She was like, well, it depends on the style that you want to go with. It depends on, what it is that you want, what it is that hubby wants, and so on and so forth. So I didn't show it to her then because I didn't know what I wanted. That's the thing too. I didn't know what I wanted. So I couldn't show her anything. I was like, can you give me your number and I will text you and I will let you know what I want. And so we can discuss the price. So I still have the WhatsApp conversation. I can actually insert it somewhere here. And I asked her, how much is that gonna be? And she said a whopping $280. And I was like, pardon me? Excuse me? $280, knowing that I still have to buy the fabric, and that she has to do the matching outfit for my hubby. And I also wanted Aiden, my baby boy, to wear something traditional that would match us. So I was like, $280 is a lot. And my whole month of December was full of events. So $280 was not within my budget. But then again, I couldn't blame anybody else but me, right? Last minute me didn't have much choice and much options. So then I kept looking around, I kept asking around. I've received a few Instagrams from, my entourage, my friends, and my heart was not in it. I was like, I don't know, I don't want to move forward with you. So I kept looking, and then I was referred to somebody. I called her. And the first thing I said to her is, it's an emergency. I need the dress within 2 weeks. I think by then it was December 1st or December 2nd. So not a lot of time. She was like, okay, what it is that you need. And I was like, okay, I'm going to text it to you. I texted to her. And this lady screamed in my ears, what? You need that in less than 2 weeks? It's a hard dress to make. In my head, I was like, that's not my problem. You're a seamstress. You can either make it or not. She gave me her price. It was just slightly lower. I think it was $250 just for the dress. I said, I need something for my husband as well and for my baby. So we were looking at maybe $400 or $500. And I was like, I know it's crunch time for me, but I'm not with it. I'm not with it. I have way too many things to do in December. I know it's my traditional wedding and I should splurge and whatever, but I was on a budget. I was freaking out because I couldn't find anybody and I couldn't find anything either. By that time, I was online trying to find matching family, outfits for the traditional wedding. And there was nothing that was popping up, there was nothing that was really worth buying, and the prices were over the top, and some of them would not come on time for the traditional wedding. So it was bad. Like, and during that, when I stress, I lose weight. Keep that in mind for what I'm gonna say next. When I stress, I lose weight. So, because I had so many events, you know, during December, let me tell you what I had. I was hosting my family-in-law for the first time. So, my husband's brother came on the 9th of December. Then his parents and his sister and cousin came on the 14th. And his sister came on the 15th. And his mom's birthday was on the 16th. Then my traditional wedding was on the 18th. My parents' wedding anniversary was on the 19th. I still hadn't done my Christmas shopping during that time, so I was still, you know, doing all of this and looking for a seamstress at the same time. So then there was, you know, Christmas Eve on the 24th, Christmas on the 25th, my son's baptism on the 26th, my mother's birthday on the 29th, and New Year on the 31st. And in between, there was like little, you know, things here and there. So, you know, I had to manage all of this at once, and it was so much stress. So, prior to that, my mom had told me, Erika, go to that African store in Toronto and go and see what they have. So I went there with my hubby, and what I thought would happen happened. They didn't have any ready to go outfit, family matching outfit, you know, for a traditional wedding and stuff. So, you know, I like the look within the store was a 5-second look, right? I could tell whether or not they had what I wanted. So then I walk up to the girl and I'm like, I have an emergency. I need a dress made in less than 2 weeks. She's like, why are you only coming now? In less than 2 weeks? Okay, let me try and call a few seamstresses that I know to see if they can help you out, blah, 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 blah. Show me what you want. I show her the dress, and again, she says the same thing. It's such a hard dress to make. You need that within 2 weeks? And I was like, yes, I do. I do, okay? And she looks at me crazy, like, why are you only coming now? I was like, okay, if you can call whoever you know. And she's like, okay, just give me a moment. So she calls the first one, and I think she describes the dress, and basically it was a no-go. And the lady on the phone said the same thing, that it was a hard dress to make, she would need more time. So then she calls a second seamstress, and she talks to the girl, or to the lady, and then she's like, okay, she wants to talk to you. So I talk to her. I let her know, you know, it's an emergency. I need a dress for a traditional wedding, blah, blah, blah. I need this, this, and that. Can you do it? Can you help me? Can you be my savior? And she says, okay. And I'm like, okay. And then she's like, you can come now. And I was like, now? She's like, yes. I was like, what do I have to lose? So I took a chance. We went there with my hubby. She was like maybe 20 minutes away from the store. So we get there, and you know, I don't know what to expect. I call her and I'm like, I'm outside of your house. She's like, okay, come in through the basement. So we go down the basement, and I see a basement that's full of Ankara prints, African prints all over the place. I see her sewing machine. She means business. So then she comes downstairs, and then she's like, hi, and she introduces herself and stuff, you know, like she's somebody's auntie. Yeah. And she's been doing that for a very long time. Yeah, she has no platform to showcase her talent or no talent, because at that moment I didn't know what I was getting myself into, you know, it was a hit or miss. So then I'm like, okay, for the umpteenth time, this is what I want. I want this dress. I showed it to her, and she's like, okay. I'm like, okay. I also need a shirt for my husband, so it'll be a white shirt, and then you can put the fabric on the trims, the lining, the collar. She's like, okay, no problem. Yeah, just bring me the shirt. And I was like, okay, what price? She's like, I'm like, how much are you charging for the dress? She's like, for this dress, $80. I was like, I didn't show it to her, but within, I was screaming $80? $80? Is $80 your tip or $80 what you're charging me to make the dress? Like, I couldn't believe it. Honestly, I could not believe it. And I wanted to like negotiate and stuff. And then I was like, Erika, stop it. Okay, be humble. Sit down and be humble. Okay. So I was like, 80? Okay, fine. Either she was charging me $80 because she had no idea what the hell she was doing, or because she was confident in herself and that's the price that she charges, and that's it and that's all, you know? She's like, okay, I'm gonna take your measurements now. And I'm like, wait, is this for real? Is she serious? Like, she's really, and she was so confident, and that really reassured me. So she started taking my measurements and stuff. Like, do you want cleavage or not? Do you want this? Do you want that? How high? Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, damn, she's experienced. She knows what she's doing, okay? And I'm so glad I found you. I was so glad in the moment. I'm like, when can I come? She's like, you can come on Wednesday. So it was Sunday. She's like, you can come on Wednesday. It'll be ready. I was like, nah. You're playing with my emotions right now. Where have you been all this time? And then she's like, yeah, come back on Wednesday. I was like, I'll be here Wednesday. So I come back on Wednesday. The dress is ready. So I tried on the dress. It was a bit too loose. And yeah, so I'm like, I want it tighter here, tighter there, this, that. She's like, okay, no problem. Come back before the end of the week and it'll be ready, and bring your husband's shirt as well so I can, you know, start working on it, or finish it for that matter. And I was like, okay, I'll be back on Saturday or Sunday, whenever that was. When we went back there on Saturday, I believe, it was either the Friday or the Saturday, so the 11th or the 12th of December, the dress was ready. However, remember when I told you that I lose weight when I'm stressed? I try on the dress again and I had lost weight. So what was supposed to be fitted and nice was now a little bit too loose. There was a little bit too much fabric around my hips and my butt. I was like, I want it tighter. She was like, yeah, I see you want it tighter here and there. I was like, yes. She's like, okay, I'm gonna make it tighter for you, but you need to be able to breathe. I'm like, don't worry, I'll be fine. I couldn't sit in the dress, okay? At that moment, I couldn't sit in the dress because it was tight. It was tight, but there was still too much fabric around me, but it was tight because the fabric was very stiff and sturdy. We went back on the 14th or 15th of December. The shirt was ready, the dress was ready. I tried on the dress. It was tight, okay? I could not sit whatsoever. Like, I needed help to sit. I could barely breathe in the dress, but I had lost weight. I had to make it tighter, so I had to do what I had to do. I was so happy with the result because of everything that I had gone through during those, you know, last 10, 12 days. I was like, I'm not gonna find a dress. We're not gonna have an outfit for our traditional wedding. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna buy? I was so stressed out. But she came through. She really came through and she delivered. Like, she really delivered, and I'm so thankful for her. And I'm like, you're officially my seamstress now. You will see me back for sure. Like, I went to my mom's house after, I tried it on, everybody was like, yo, it's super dope, it's fire. So my husband's shirt was ready, no alterations needed to be done. He loved it just the way it was. And all of this cost $80 for the dress, plus, was it $50 for the shirt? Maybe it was $50. 30 or 50. Anyways, I remember paying her $190 for the dress, the shirt, and the fabric. The two seamstresses from the beginning were asking me $250 and $280 just for the dress. Like, do you understand how happy I was? So I'm gonna put what I asked versus what I got. And you'll let me know if she failed or if she delivered. So the three things that I actually would have changed are the straps. I felt like the straps were too thick. But in the moment, I don't know why, in the moment I didn't even look at it like that, so I didn't even ask her to make alterations on the straps, but I wanted them thinner. I wanted the train to be bigger, like my personality, like I wanted bigger. But again, you know, in the moment I just wanted my dress to be done with little alterations, you know, I just wanted it done. So when I got it, I loved it the way it was, and that was fine with me. But it's after, when I looked at the picture, I'm like, I could have went bigger on the train. And also the middle part, I wanted her to make one piece. So she made, like, it was maybe 4 or 5 pieces that she actually put together around the middle, but I would have wanted to be just like one whole piece. So those are the 3 things that I would have changed. Nevertheless, she delivered, and I'm so happy. I was so happy with the results. So that's what's up, you know. That's the story behind, you know, getting my traditional wedding dress. It kind of makes me think of, don't give in to stress, because it's sometimes when you deliver the best. And don't give up until you see 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, and you have no more time left. So happy I got my dress done for $80 instead of $280. She delivered, she did great, she was time efficient, she was sweet, she did the damn thing. Anyways, hope this video finds you well. That's it, that's all for this video. I shall see you in the next one. Bye!